just like that about Canaan land. I love that song. I love hearing my wife sing it. And where's your little mic? You don't have it?
Yes, right. They're going to put it on, plug it on right quick if you want to. Lay right up on the end there.
The only thing I do with this elbow is tilt my fork and my spoon.
Well, go ahead. It's right there, laying right to see it. The cord laying back.
That's all right. I think I can handle this. But I got a little catchphrase that finally hit me this afternoon. I'm like, Lord, you know, I was searching for some words. John called me Monday and asked me to come speak to y'all, and I appreciate y'all allowing me to come speak. And my wife coming to play and stuff.
Amen.
She's really getting better and better on her music and stuff. And I'm gonna plug this here forward. She's back at the other church, and they're practicing and rehearsing and stuff. And they got a concert actually for in November the 26th. 16th at the community center down here. So anyone want to come to that, that'd be sure appreciate it and stuff. They are getting ready to perform at a church the 26th
of October.
and stuff. So God's moving with her and with my son. Like I said, you know, he got saved and stuff, and you know, he's able to play the drums and stuff.
Praise the Lord.
And stuff, and you know, it's just good that the things that God is doing and stuff. And but the little catchphrase for tonight, with all the stuff that's going on in the world today, and you know, the government, the way it's acting, and all this here, you know, I don't try to be too political, but this little message here, I titled it, "One Nation Under God, because my Father said so."
Amen.
You know, they trying to take it out, and they don't want it. They don't want it on the money. They don't want you to say that. They're trying to take that phrase out of it. And they said the forefathers are wrong putting it in, but they knew this nation need to be led by God. As it will be, you know, it'd be like the blind leading the blind.
Amen.
You know, and so we gotta stand on the Word. The Word, you know, gives us hope. And that's what we're about. This message is about tonight. There's someone here tonight needs hope. If it's not for you, I know it's from me.
Amen.
We all need hope. And the times are changing, and the times, it says they'll grow worse. It's be like in the days of Noah. You know, there was there's all kinds of stuff going on, and it's like I said, with this newer this generation that's coming up. You know, they just lack respect.
That's
You know,
right.
most of them lack respect, and they have no morals and stuff. And so, you know, it says there'll be a time where it becomes lawless. You know, they'll walk in Walmart anymore. They don't care. You know, they'll come in, they'll slap their way in and slap their way out. You know, it's sad. You know, and that's what this shows you, and it's all the things that's going on, and it's not to instill fear in you, because it says these things that have to come about. But it's to let you, for us to have our eyes open. No, this is a time for witnessing.
Amen.
This is a time that draws to where God can use us as vessels to reach this world that's lost.
Amen.
That's why we have to know that He's trying to tell His church to wake up, that there's a time for witnessing. It's just like all this stuff with 9/11 and stuff. That was a time for witnessing. You know, and it's like people now, they coming in there, they're looking for tents, because you know, a lot of them losing their homes and losing. You know, they don't have much to start with, and what little bit they have, you know, it's supported by our taxes, you know, by welfare programs and all these things here. These handouts were not meant for as a permanent thing.
Amen.
That's what they call it. It was as a temporary thing that was set up back in the 30s and 40s, but it wasn't meant to go for 80 years and still, and, you know, and stuff. It was meant for just as a temporary thing, but people want that, they start relying on that, and it's like the political scene where the government and stuff, you know, the government is going to take care of the government. You know, it's going to take care of its own, you know, and stuff. But God didn't put us under this government.
Come on, brother.
We put ourselves under this government.
Amen.
And stuff. But I also want to just start out by reading Isaiah, the the 9th chapter and the 6th verse, because we're actually, God, it was prophesied even before Christ came that the government, they would be on his shoulders. You know, it says, for unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulders. And his name shall be called Wonderful Counselor, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, and the Prince of Peace. See, we're not bound by any political party. You know, you might be part of a party. There might be Democrats and Republicans in here. There might be independents in here. You know, that's a choice we have in America. We can vote however we want to vote, or you don't have to vote at all.
That's right.
That's
But
right.
you don't have a say and an opinion if you don't vote. That gets me a lot of Christian people state this and that, but they're not the ones that's making the difference. In the Christian world, we should be making the difference. You know, by getting into voting polls and voting. Even if you vote against those things that you see is coming. You know, well, it's going to happen anyway. Well, you can slow it down a little bit if you vote. Yeah, so we have to know that, I mean, it's not voting time, but these things keep them in your mindset, because, nothing prospers nothing, so when we don't do nothing, we have no say and stuff, and so and that's what I'm talking about we go over to Deuteronomy chapter 4. The main thing I want to talk on tonight is about what God has promised. God's promised us an inheritance in a promised land. We set it up to where, with the background here, where see, they've already come through the Red Sea. They've gone through all that. They've come out of Egypt, so they're not bound by the Egyptian rule and slavery and stuff. So they've come out and they've come through the Red Sea. God showed them all great wonders and great signs and stuff, and they've already come through all these things, and then what they do, they fell back into their own sins and their own iniquities, so then God had to bring them back into obedience.
Amen.
There's a lot of us today, we have to be brought back into obedience.
Amen.
We're not following after God. If you're not following after God, you're not helping God's purpose and plan. So we have to, and that is to win the lost. To win the lost at any cost. We're in it to win. We're in it because we won. The battle's been won when victory was gained by Christ dying on the cross and stuff. So we go over to Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 29 and stuff. It says, but if from this thou shalt seek the Lord thy God, that thou shalt find him as thou seek him with all thy heart and with all thy soul. Back when I came back in June and preached and stuff to you, it was about our heart conditions. And so this here right here is telling you we still have to, back in, this here was this was handed down to Moses from God. God gave Moses the 10 Commandments. They've got the 10 Commandments, so they're living under the law, and so that the law was stricter than grace. Grace is easy.
Come on.
It's easy to be under grace because people say, well, I'm saved. A little this, a little that ain't gonna hurt me still, But back when you was under the law, you were stoned. They stoned you. They take you out. When you sinned against the law, you broke the law. They took you out here and they publicly stoned you, or they hang you on a cross, or some kind of real strict persecution that was, or punishment and stuff. And so, it's like now, you kill somebody, you'd be back out on the streets in about 10 years. Some of them 8 years. Just depends on if you get the right lawyer. That root of all evil.
Right.
The root of all evil.
That's it. That's it.
And stuff, and that's